Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. In this video, Magicka and I are going to try and help the Guildmaster retrieve a rare card, a rare magical card, from the troll caves of Iceland. Can we do so in 30 minutes or less? Let's find out right now. I'm going to make sure I'm recording. Yep, I'm going to reset and start the 30-minute timer. I'm going to make sure that the volume on my computer isn't turned up too high, and we're going to jump right into the adventure. You are an adventurer who possesses magical energy. You have a talkbox in one hand and Magicka in the other. Magicka is a woman who doesn't have a head, arms, or legs. Magicka can answer yes or no questions thanks to her portable, glowing handheld talkbox. Magicka's talkbox can only say yes, no, or maybe. Magicka can fire bolts of electricity if she is shook up and down while being filled with magical energy. Using Magicka to fire lightning fills you with untold magical ecstasy. You're in the office of the Guildmaster. You don't know the Guildmaster's name. The Guildmaster says, "There is a magical card located in the troll caves of Iceland. Trolls are dim-witted, but they can cast spells, and they eat humans. The magical card that you need to retrieve is extremely rare. There's only one copy of this card in the world, and no one knows what it can do. Do you have any questions? What is the name of the magical card? I don't know. How do I kill the trolls? I don't know. Can I go now? Yes. You sprint out the door, which closes and locks behind you. Okay, so I'm going to ask Magicka. Should we head straight to the troll caves of Iceland? Or should we get supplies first? So Magicka can only answer questions by saying yes, no, or maybe. So let's see what Magicka thinks we should do. Maybe. Let's go into town and get some food then. Okay, cool. So I'm going to head into town and buy some rations for the journey. Okay, sounds like a plan. I mean, so far so good. It's probably best that we have some food. I don't know how far away Iceland is from wherever we are. You enter the local shop and purchase some rations. Well, what will you have, adventurer? Asked the shopkeeper. How much does bread and water cost? You ask. Bread and water? That'll be 4 gold. Okay. I'm going to check to... Well, actually, I'm going to ask Magicka. Do we have 4 gold? So let's see what Magicka says. If we have enough gold, then we can purchase the bread and water to use as rations. Magicka shakes her head left and right. Magicka doesn't have a head, so that's not like an acceptable answer. No. And then it says, do you have anything else? And it's like, I have this doll. You take the raggedy doll and hand the shopkeeper 4 gold coins. What? I'm so confused. Retry? I think it's getting confused. So I asked Magicka if we have 4 gold, and then she's like, maybe. You hand over the shopkeeper 4 gold coins, and he hands you some bread and water. Ah, this is an unusually large amount of adventurers. Oh wait, hold up, this is the shopkeeper talking. Ah, this is an unusually large amount of adventurers heading to the troll caves today, says the shopkeeper. Usually people don't go there at all. Let's see. So I'm going to ask Magicka. Should I talk to the shopkeeper about the troll caves? I just realized the first question I asked Magicka was like an or question instead of a straight up yes or no question. Yes, said Magicka. Why is there an unusually large amount of adventurers heading to the troll caves today? You asked the shopkeeper. Oh, that's me talking to him. Damn it. I keep getting it confused on like who's talking. Why is there an unusually large amount of adventurers heading to the troll caves today? You ask the shopkeeper. Okay, so let's see what the shopkeeper says. Do 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 do. It's the yearly troll hunt. Lots of people sign up for it every year, but they never come back. Why don't they come back? You ask. Because everyone who goes there dies. The trolls eat them, exclaims the shopkeeper. I'm going to ask Magicka. Should we continue on our journey to the troll caves? Yeah, so Magicka said that we should talk to the shopkeeper. And then the shopkeeper was like, yeah, so everybody dies who goes to the troll caves. Interesting. No, says Magicka. You decide you will not go on your journey. The trolls sound much too dangerous. The next morning, the guildmaster sends a henchman to your room to retrieve you for questioning. I'm going to ask Magicka. Should I follow the henchman? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes. You follow the henchman to an office. It is empty, except for the guildmaster sitting at a desk. Have a seat, he says, pointing to a chair. You sit in the chair. The guildmaster begins asking you questions. Let's see. I'm going to ask Magicka. Should I listen to the guild? Well, I guess. Should I answer the guildmaster's questions? No, says Magicka. You remain silent. The guildmaster's eyes narrow. Okay. I'm going to ask Magicka. Should I explain why we didn't go to the troll caves? Do 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 do. Yes. You tell the guildmaster that you did not feel comfortable entering the troll caves. Everyone feels uncomfortable at some point, he yells. That's why we have a troll hunt every year, to get rid of the trolls. He stares at you. You ask Magicka. Should I try to reason with the guildmaster? Do 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 do. You try to explain that the trolls are very dangerous. The guildmaster cuts you off. I don't need some cowards telling me how dangerous something is, he yells. Now go prepare for the troll hunt. You stand up. I don't like that because I asked Magicka a question and I didn't get to hear a response from Magicka, so I'm going to retry it. Hold on a second. Retry again. It's not letting Magicka, like, answer. What? So it keeps just saying that, like, I reason with him, but it never says what Magicka says. Hit me up, my dude. Just let her say her yes or no thing. What? So why is it that it's not letting her talk? So every other thing let me ask. What the fuck's going on? Just let Magicka speak. I don't know why it won't let her speak. So my character that I'm like playing for this adventure, he like asks Magicka whenever he like needs to do something or whatever. So it's really weird to not let Magicka talk. It's like it's just like ignoring the fact that I'm like asking Magicka specifically. So let me undo that. You wait for Magicka to respond to your question. Do 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 Oh, I need to hit retry. Because that was just me editing that, but I need to actually retry it so it'll run it again. Whoa, 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 what the fuck? The Guildmaster quickly draws his sword and slashes your throat. Blood spurts onto the floor. Next time you will obey me, he says. Okay. I'm going to shake Magicka while attempting to push magical energy through my hands and into her body. You yell, "Electric ecstasy. Final strike." Oh, well, I'm not sure how well you yell while you got your throat cut. I just realized I got my throat cut. Yelling probably isn't a good idea. Magicka's body jumps up and down as your hands send magical energy into her body. Her hair begins to stand on end, and she releases a burst of electricity. You have killed the Guildmaster. Okay. Let's see. You ask Magicka, can you use your electricity to cauterize my throat? Let's see. I'm gonna cough up blood, and then I'm gonna do that. Because I still need to respect the fact that, like, my throat was cut by a sword. Magicka fires a bolt of lightning into your neck, burning your throat shut. You fall to the floor. You're unable to speak or eat ever again. Magicka examines the Guildmaster's body. His sword is still in his back, and his body has been burnt to a crisp. His sword shouldn't be in his hand. His sword shouldn't be in his back. It should be in his hand. It threw me when it said that it was in his back. Great. So now I can't talk to Magicka. So Magicka can answer yes or no questions, and she actually can do more than I can do, because I can't answer yes or no questions. Goodness. I'm going to head into town to purchase a talkbox. Now that I can't talk, you need a talkbox just to be able to communicate. Yeah, so now Magicka and I will both have like the same ability to be able to like discuss things. Like all we can say is yes, no, or maybe. You buy a new talkbox and attach it to your arm. It has the words yes, no, and maybe on the screen. You now can communicate with others using the buttons. Okay, cool. So, yep, we're both stuck to saying yes, no, or maybe, which means communication between Magicka and I will be more or less non-existent. So that's interesting. I need a way to be able to eat. If my throat is sealed shut where I can't eat, then how on earth am I gonna like consume nutrients? Um, hmm. Yeah, and I can't even like communicate my idea clearly. I wonder if I can find a spell that can allow for me, excuse me, to communicate telepathically. I guess I'm gonna head to the library and look for a spell book that teaches telepathy. Well, I guess that contains. Wait. No. If I'm gonna get a spell book, I might as well find a spell that allows you to, like, consume magical energy. That teaches spells that can be used to sustain the body in place of food. Yeah, because I just need to find an alternative to being able to eat. Maybe I can drink. Like it didn't say I couldn't drink. Like maybe I could survive off of shakes or something. We'll see. You find a spellbook called Necromantic Rituals and Other Deathy Things. You learn how to cast magical bolts that travel through your body and release a wave of frost, as well as other spells. I don't really need like a frost spell. I need a way to be able to like eat or to like sustain myself off of like magic. I'm going to search the book for a spell that can allow me to sustain myself without the need of food. Yeah, so it's really important that I'm able to like find a spell like that, because without that I'll surely die without the ability to eat. The book contains a ritual that can transform you into a being capable of living forever. The only downside is that it requires the blood of a powerful life form. If you kill such a creature, you can become immortal. If you do not, then your life will be forfeit. You know. Actually, you wonder if the guild master that you killed earlier counts as a powerful creature. You attempt to cast the immortality spell using the blood of the guild master. Do 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 do. You begin the spell, and your skin begins to harden into a black, rock-like material. You feel an incredible surge of power. You are now immortal. Nothing can kill you now. The townspeople find you, and they lynch you for killing the guild's master. Let's see. I'm going to shake Magicka to fire a bolt of magical electricity at the rope around my neck to free myself from the gallows. Yeah, I can't die, so it doesn't really matter that they tried to lynch me. You fire a bolt of lightning. Magicka's head is severed from her body by the hang. There is no head for Magicka. Magicka's body is headless, so that you can't hang her. Your head is free and you gasp for air. You are alive. You board a carriage to the bustling city of New York. You're going to perform your show again, since it seems the people enjoyed it so much the first time around. I don't understand what they're talking about with, like, perform your show, so I'm going to retry that. Magicka fires a bolt of magical electricity at the rope around your neck to free yourself from the gallows. The rope is burnt to a crisp, and you fall to the floor with a loud thud. You are alive. Okay, sweet. So I don't need to eat anymore. I'm like an immortal being. Um, if only I could talk to Magicka. Yeah, this is like really interesting. So my idea for this character is essentially like a character who has like a magical like magic 8 ball, but personified as a like arcane focus, but also is like a woman, but also in many ways doesn't seem human at all, kind of thing. Like it's supposed to be like a really weird out there concept, and the main character is supposed to be almost dependent on Magicka. You know, like whenever he like needs to do something, he like asks Magicka like, should we do this? Should we do that? Kind of thing. So the game has thrown a huge curveball at like my whole story by being like, oh, and by the way, like you can't talk. And it's very interesting for Magicka and I to both only be able to say yes, no, or maybe at any given time. And it's also interesting for me to be immortal. Um, hmm. I guess I'm going to write a letter to the townspeople explaining why I killed the guild master. I want to make sure that the town understands that it was in self-defense. Well, I guess that it was an act of self-defense. Do 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 do. You decide not to send the letter, since it would just cause unnecessary chaos in town. What? No. I have no reason to not send the letter. The townspeople read your letter. Well, the townspeople read your letter, but they still want your blood. You're stabbed to death in town square while Magicka tries to zap them all with lightning bolts. Let's see. I'm going to assist Magicka by shaking her up and down and pushing magical energy into her body through my hands. Again, my character is forced to kill out of self-defense. Magicka is now able to cast lightning bolts at the townspeople until she runs out of magical energy, so you shake and shove with all your might. You shake and shove, you're just fucking going crazy. It's interesting that they said shove, so it's like you're like fucking like pushing it. It almost sounds like you're like strangling like this torso or whatever. It's a really weird image, but again, that's kind of the point. There's like a really out there concept that I thought of. Okay. Hmm. I guess I'm going to attempt to cast Frost Wave to freeze the mob of townspeople. Yeah, so it was mentioned earlier when I was reading the spell book that I learned how to like use my magical energy and convert it into frost. I guess this is the time to use it, if any. The wave of frost freezes the townspeople in place, as well as you and Magicka. You all begin to feel mighty tired. The last thing you see is the sun descending on the horizon. I'm going to wait to thaw. I'm immortal. The others likely froze to death, but I wouldn't have. You fall into a deep sleep. You're awoken by the sunlight in the morning. Your entire body is cold, hard ground. You stand up and search for Magicka. Magicka has been turned to stone while she slept. What? I'm going to look around to find the source of whatever turned Magicka to stone. Oh man, this sucks. I didn't honestly think it could get much worse, but yeah, turn her to stone kind of sucks. You walk over to the stream and look down at your reflection in the water. On your forehead is a small black diamond. You wonder how it got there. You sit down on the grass next to the stream and look around you. You wonder if the black diamond in your forehead is what turned Magicka into stone. You attempt to remove the black diamond from your forehead in the hopes of reversing the curse on Magicka. You try to remove the black diamond, but your hands are not strong enough to even budge it. You walk over to the town in search of a jeweler's shop. You spend your entire life savings on a small handheld drill and a tiny hammer for sensitive operations. Okay? I'm going to attempt to use the handheld drill and the tiny hammer to free the black diamond from my forehead in the hopes of reversing the curse that turned Magicka to stone. You begin to drill a hole into your forehead with a handheld drill, but the pain is unbearable and you stop after drilling halfway through. You decide to abandon your plan. You return to the stream and look for a second black diamond. A second black diamond? You wonder if there are more black diamonds. You think that maybe if you can find another black diamond, you can figure out how they work and potentially use that information to reverse the curse on Magicka. You spend the next 2 weeks searching the stream for more black diamonds, but are unable to find any. You decide to give up and return to town. Your journey back to town is uneventful. Okay, I'm going to go to the library and research black diamonds to try and figure out how they might have cursed Magicka and turned her to stone. You spend the next 2 weeks living in the library. Your research is unsuccessful. The head librarian at the library begins to get complaints about you sleeping there. You're asked to leave. You become a wanderer. You travel from town to town. Okay, let's see. I'm going to attempt to shake Magicka's stone body up and down while pushing magical energy into her body from your hands. You are trying to use your magical energy to exorcise the curse from her being and restore her to her normal state. Okay. Let's see if I can save Magicka. I still don't entirely know what turned her to stone, and I can't really ask her considering the fact that my throat's still damaged. You begin to shake her up and down while pushing magical energy into her body from your hands. Magicka begins to slowly lose color of her skin. Magicka's hair begins to turn brown. Magicka's she doesn't have eyes. She doesn't have a head. She can't, how could she possibly do that? Retry. You shake Magicka up and down while pushing magical energy into her body from your hands. Magicka's stone mold begins to crack. Magicka breaks free of the stone that has petrified her. Your hands crumble into dust and blow away into the wind. Oh my gosh. So at the end, at the very end when the timer ran out, I freed Magicka to where now Magicka is no longer made of stone, but now I have no hands, I'm immortal, I can't speak or eat, I have a talk box that can answer yes or no questions, but you have to hit the buttons on the talk box, and I don't have hands anymore. So I guess I have to stump the buttons. I gotta hit them with my wrist or whatever. Magicka can only answer yes or no questions with her talk box as well. Man, I used to push magical energy through my hands. Again, I wonder if I can do it through my wrist or something. But my character got really fucked up. It's very interesting to see how much you can do to an immortal character to really break them down at the end of the day. If I were to continue this adventure, I imagine it would be really hard for my character. My character's a wanderer. They're not really accepted anywhere, and they can't really talk. I've more or less transformed into a monster. And to be honest, I never would have expected the story to go this way. When I asked Magicka if we should continue the troll hunt and journey into the caves, I didn't expect her to say no. But from this part forward, the entire story took a crazy turn. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below and on our Discord. If you guys would like me to make videos based on your request, I now have a Cash App. I'll have a link in the description to my Cash App below, where you guys can pay $7 per hour of video content. So definitely make sure to hit me up on Discord, pitch your video ideas to me, and then if I'm down to do the video, you can pay me through Cash App. But anyways, thank you all once again for watching. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, logging out. Peace, guys. Chicka-da-ga. Don't forget to subscribe. I do AI Identity 2 videos every day. And if you just want to donate some money, if you don't have a video idea, feel free to hit up the Cash App. Peace. Chicka-da-bow.